Welcome to CCN TV News, your premier source for local and international news. From the streets of Kingston to the capitals of the world, we are ready to cover you stories that shape our world. Stay tuned for breaking news. Viewers are disturbed, and for good reason. Chrissy's teenage daughter, dressed in a way many say is far too grown for her age, stood in front of the camera, strikingly adult in appearance. But it's not just the dress that has people talking. It's the man behind the lens, CMR. The same man who was once accused, now back in the same house, filming her like this. No charges were filed, but the questions haven't gone away. In fact, they're only getting louder. Was this poor judgment or something more disturbing? Let's talk about it. This isn't just another YouTube controversy. This story cuts deep. CMR, a man once celebrated for his role in his popular Jamaican family vlog, was accused of something that shocked the online community to its core. The accusations weren't light. They carried a weight that no amount of vlogging, laughter, or giveaways could erase. But what's even more shocking now is that after the case was closed due to lack of evidence, CMR is not only back on YouTube, but reportedly back in the same household with the alleged victim. And it gets worse. Recently, sharp-eyed viewers noticed a disturbing scene in one of Chrissy's videos. She had dressed her daughter, the same young woman who once accused CMR, in an outfit that was clearly age-inappropriate. A dress that made her more look like a 28-year-old woman than the teenager, the 14-year-old she actually is. And CMR, he was behind the camera, watching her, scanning her from head to toe. People are asking, is this grooming? Is this neglect? Is this family trying to cover up something that should have been exposed further? Before all this, CMR and Chrissy were seen as the ideal YouTube couple. They had charm, chemistry, and kids. Their content was filled with jokes, challenges, and heartfelt moments. But behind the camera lens, it seemed something far more disturbing may have been brewing. Earlier this year, allegations surfaced that CMR had sexually assaulted his stepdaughter, allegedly, a minor at the time. While the full details remained sealed to protect her identity, what leaked to the public was enough to fracture their entire brand. The internet responded with horror, disbelief, and questions. Eventually, the case was dropped. Authorities cited insufficient evidence and no charges were filed. But make no mistake, this wasn't an exoneration. It simply meant that there wasn't enough solid proof to pursue the case in court. And that's not uncommon in sexual abuse cases involving minors, especially in family settings where victims are often afraid to speak or retract statements under pressure. While some fans welcomed CMR back with open arms, others were appalled. This isn't justice, some said. This is silence being rewarded. Justice for Jay. Now, months later, what we're seeing is surreal. CMR is back home, back online, back filming. And according to multiple reports and video clues, back living in the same house as the young girl who once accused him of the worst crimes imaginable. That brings us to the disturbing moment caught on camera. In a recent vlog, Chrissy dressed her daughter in a dress that many have called inappropriate for her age. It was tied short and styled in a way that made her look grown, well beyond her teenage years. What stood out most wasn't just the outfit, but the way CMR was filming her from head to toe. Not once, not casually, but repeatedly. And it left viewers uncomfortable and questioning everything. Why was she dressed like that? Why did CMR film her that way? And most importantly, why is no one in that family stepping in to protect this young woman? Even without a legal conviction, the ethical lines here are screaming for attention. Mental health experts and child advocates agree after a serious allegation like this, the last place the alleged victim should be is under the same roof with the alleged abuser, especially if she's still a minor. But Chrissy does not see anything wrong with it. And dressing her in a manner that sexualizes her on camera only adds more trauma, more confusion, and more concern. It raises red flags not just about CMR, but about Chrissy's role in this family dynamic. Is this poor judgment or a form of passive participation in grooming? These are the hard questions no one in their circle seems willing to answer. There's been no formal apology, no statement to clarify how the family reached this point. No explanation about the dress or even the camera angles, or why CMR is back so comfortably in his old position. Meanwhile, the alleged victim's voice remains completely unheard. Her silence to many is not peace, it's fear. The fear of what's to come. God forbid. The silence from the adults in her life is not protection. It's avoidance, and the silence from their platform. It's a strategy, one built on hoping the audience forgets. But knowing Jamaicans, they don't forget a thing. Even after a decade, years to come, they still remember. This is not about taking sides. This is about a young woman who may be living in fear, under pressure and under surveillance. While the world watches her family pretend nothing ever happened. CMR might be back to business, but the rest of us have a duty to remember what was said, what was seen, and what continues to go unspoken. We may never get the full truth, but that doesn't mean we should stop demanding it. Until then, we ask, what is really going on in that household? And I hope time will reveal what's going on and who's truly protecting the child at the center of it all.